If each of us could look at our family history way back up the line, I bet a lot of us would find that we're connected to people who had to spend time on the water. Whether they were sailors, explorers, traders, or fishermen, on saltwater or fresh, at some point, their survival depended on boats. Boating and boat building in North Carolina are older than North Carolina itself. Using skills handed down through generations, people all over this state, and especially in our coastal communities, have spent their lives perfecting the art of building watercraft. And what art it is! From a simple core sound skiff to a grand sport fishing yacht, few people produce boats like the artisans of North Carolina.
When we build these boats, we call it the rack of the eye. When we build them, we put the flam and the flyer that we want to put in them. And when people buy the boat from us, they like our looks. That's why they come to us.
And no place trains its boat builders like we do. Because for one thing, no other place has the North Carolina Community College system. We have 58 campuses scattered from one end of the state to the other. And some of those schools along our coast, nearly 300 beautiful miles of it, offer top-tier training in the time-honored profession of boat building.
Training and continuing education programs that the community college system offers are vitally important to these boat manufacturers. We want to retain the individuals within the state that are interested in that industry, educate them here, and employ them here. With the evolution of boat building and the progression in that industry, we need that next generation of young boat builders to keep their interest and be employed by our boat builders here to keep their reputation as strong as it's been.
It's something the trainees take seriously.
After finishing my training here at Carteret Community College, it prepared me to step into the boat building world. I started working at a high-end, cold-molded, custom Carolina yacht builder here in Morehead City.
The accomplishment is to take individuals who want to learn boat building, basic boat building, and instruct them in a manner so that they feel confident to complete a boat on their own.
Most boats used to be work boats, and people built them by hand with local materials.
We built our own boats, we made our own nets, we took them to the shore, did our own catch, we took care of our families, and we took care of the people on the island. Traditions have always been a big part of Harkers Island. They've been handed down from generation to generation, and we hope that keeps going.
They use their boats to harvest food from the water and to carry freight and people to their destinations. But pleasure craft have overtaken work boats in the marketplace. So most boat builders, both private and public, spend their time building sport fishing boats, ski boats, sailboats, and yachts. Because that's where the money is. Sure, there are still work boats being built, but in a lot of shops you're as likely to find carbon fiber fabric and welded aluminum as any material that's measured in board feet.
The goal of our program is to put students to work. We want to see them in the field successful, and their training starts here.
What I love about the community college is that people who have been through their training can come in and speak the same language. They're on the same page as folks that have been here for years.
Boating and boat building have been at the center of community life in places like this for centuries.
Primarily our workforce comes from our local community. A lot of our employees are of second generation. Their mother and father worked here in years past, and I really like that.
Generations of people used to depend on their boats for their livelihood, and if they didn't build their own, they relied on boat builders to build dependable boats for them. They built the boats because they had to. They built them for local conditions. From Edenton to Wilmington and all places in between, boats, like their builders, were products of their environment. Nowadays, the boat building industry in North Carolina is an over $600 million industry that employs almost 2,200 people. Every year it pays nearly $100 million in wages, adds over $20 million to the state's tax coffers, and puts untold shine on the state's image.
You can advance in the boat industry. You can have a career in the boat industry. Just put your heart and mind into it. If you come here, you're going to get just what you're looking for to be able to provide for your family.
The good news is that our state's boat building industry is a growing industry. There's more demand for our products, which translates to a need for more skilled workforce. Luckily, we have that workforce and the means to train more. In fact, we've had one of the nation's best boat building training programs for decades.
When they come to us having been at the community college, I think they get a good foundation. Certainly, we're going to teach them our methods and our style. They at least come with a background and a foundation that we can build off of.
There's a certain artistry to boat building. The lines of the boat, the pitch, the whole overall picture of a boat, the way it sits on the water, the way it runs. And if you combine that art with my background in art, and then we have the technical aspect of the CNC machine, it's a natural mix.
I try to tell job seekers that this is about passion as much as anything else. They have to love to build, they have to love boats. I want these guys to love it as much as I do.
When I see a boat go out the gate, I feel proud because I know that the customer is going to love it because we built it.
If you love boats and you want a job, North Carolina's the place.
If you're looking to build or repair boats and you need the people to do it,
North Carolina's the place.
For that matter, if you're more interested in building or running, say, a marina or a boatyard, or you'd rather work on engines or offer some other kind of service, this state is the place for all things boat related. North Carolina loves boats and boat building companies and boat building jobs. The quality of life here is awesome, and the cost of living is hard to beat. It's really a perfect storm, but in a good way, a really good way. So, if you're looking for safe harbor for yourself or your company, set a course for North Carolina. Once you've experienced the blend of tradition, technology, craftsmanship, and art that have given our boats and boat builders a worldwide reputation for excellence, I wager you'll be convinced to drop anchor right here